Hello and welcome, it's Talkin here, and it's time for another story. Now, DWP have given them a harmful back to work contract. As we know, there are several companies out there who do work for DWP as a contractor, so they get loads of money to deliver a particular function. We had the same thing with Short Trust. We were paid to deliver a contract to help people with drug addiction. And of course we got the money to deliver that and produce results. So we were very ethical, we did that job and we did it well. But there are companies out there who don't work that way. For example, you may know Crapita, or Capita as it's otherwise known. Well, we have this one which is called SERCO. SERCO is a big company. They own lots of different elements of that, one of which is quite relevant to me because SERCO own Seeker, and you may know Seeker from the electricity meter reading people. So SERCO own Seeker. All very confusing. However, in this case, it's a DWP contract that they've got. They've been given this because of the way it works. This is a story in the Canary. So outsourcing, a company called SERCO, they've tightened the grip on the welfare state because they've already got contracts with them, and they're funneling a further £175 million to this company to deliver this scheme called the Restart Scheme. And it's a key government mandatory universal credit work programme. So anybody on that, you see, they have to do this particular contract, this course. The DWP have awarded this after a litany of private sector providers, including SERCO, abject failures with the scheme to date. Moreover, it means the infamous firm now hold current DWP contracts to the tune of well over £500 million. That's public money that they've got coming in. It's a private company. They announced extended the contract for the government Restart Scheme. In a nutshell, the DWP is contracting private sector providers to host 12-month tailored employment support packages for certain benefit claimants. And this obviously makes it a mandatory requirement for some claimants to take part in it in order to get their money, and it can sanction those that do not comply. TalkinReally.co.uk is a place to go if you're looking for help and advice. There's a membership area if you want to join with a monthly membership fee, which you can have for the cost of a cup of coffee. I also offer, by way of the Book Me button here, we can have one-to-ones, either a 30-minute or a 60-minute meeting to discuss whatever you like. And somebody recently asked me, what can you talk about? Well, I can talk about anything. If you want to find out any sort of answers to questions that you may have, also details of my experience, what experience I have for you to be able to qualify me to talk to you. Interesting stuff. And can I just chat to you? Yes, you can, of course. And what if I can't afford it? Well, if you genuinely can't afford it, then obviously do feel free to contact me. But I am in this business to help me pay my bills. So if you're interested, then go over to the website there, talkinreally.co.uk. Since June 2021, there's been loads of private firms, including other notorious names such as Maximus and G4S, and of course Capita, have run the schemes in different areas across England and Wales. SERCO won the contract for both the West Central region and Wales. It was originally for 3 years. Now the DWP is continuing the scheme for a further 2 years. However, from early on, the scheme wasn't standing up. In 2022, The Guardian reported that the scheme had only put 7% of participants into work, and this emerged in a parliamentary written question put by the DWP Shadow Minister This was up until the end of April 2022. And of course, in other words, the first 10 months, the scheme has been an utter failure. Now, the situation isn't looking much better. You can read all this yourself if you wish to. I'll try and put the link down below. But we're obviously reliant on this information. This scheme is not very good. And of course, the government are paying the private sector to deliver this. And quite literally, the last paragraph I'm going to read is this one, because it is quite relevant. The scheme has also failed participants from marginalised groups. Obviously, this would include chronically ill and disabled people. And it identified that being disabled, including learning disabled, and living with a health condition was the biggest barrier to employment. Yeah, we've got another story on that coming up. Of course, it is it's just quite a shocking one. We'll play a little clip and you can have a look at that yourself.
People on disability benefits and sick pay are an enormous untapped resource, and it is better for them if they can work. Please, let's get them into work. And I don't think it's much of a stick to say if, after 18 months of looking, when there are that many job vacancies, you still refuse to take a job that you can do, and you get another 6 months after that to still muck around, then we're going to take your benefits away. It's not unreasonable.
So I don't know if you and you feel the same way as I do, but mucking around, I mean, that's just like, what words do they use? Do they think that it's quite acceptable to say that disabled people, because they can't work or they're not able to work, they are mucking around? Yeah, some people in this world need to get disabled. I'm not being rude, but they do, because they have no idea. Just ridiculous. Anyway, more on this later, so we'll have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.